Guys, this is a new video. We're reacting to his story with my friends.
2 outs, down by 1. The ump dropped into his squat behind me. Just put the ball in play, kid. I looked up at my dad in the bleachers and winked. I'm hitting this one over, Dad. He cupped his hands around his mouth. Send it, bud. The next pitch came in slow and right down the middle. I swung as hard as I'd ever swung in my life, and the ball cleared the fence by 10 feet. I dropped the bat and started running. Rounding first, I looked up at the bleachers to find my dad. He wasn't standing up. He was supposed to be standing up. He was the loudest one in the bleachers, and now he was just sitting with his hand on his chest. My mom was right next to him watching me through her phone, screaming, "Run, run, run." Second base, Dad still wasn't moving. By third, I was barely running. He fell forward over the bleacher rail, and I stopped halfway between third and home. Dad, I dropped the helmet and started running off the field toward my dad. The ump had my dad on the ground, pumping his chest with both hands. I fell to my knees and grabbed my dad's hand. My mom was on the phone with 911, screaming our address. 5 minutes later, the ambulance pulled up, and the paramedics got him on a gurney. As they were loading him in, his eyes opened and found me. I saw his grip tightened on my hand. I've never been prouder. Then they slid him in, and the doors closed. I hit the only home run of my life, and my dad lived to see it. He keeps the ball on his nightstand. I swung as hard as I could and missed by so much I almost...
Okay, can you stop it? Let me pick a different video. Let me pick a different
My grandma was wobbling on a kitchen chair, reaching for the top shelf, so I grabbed her waist. Let me do it for you. She swatted my hands around. Maybe a little older than you, but I still got it. I just laughed it off. She jumped down and landed in a squat. I'm gonna prove it. I didn't know what she was talking about, but the next day she pulled up outside my house, honking till I came out. She rolled the window down and said, "I'm gonna show you what us grandmas are capable of." I got in the car and asked, "Grandma, where are we going? Is it your knitting club or something?" She responded by putting on sunglasses and doing 130 in a 50 lane. You'll see. When we parked at a small airfield, I turned to her completely confused. "Grandma, why are we at an airport?" But she was already getting out of the car and cartwheeling through the entrance. "Just follow me, son." Inside, a guy at the desk lit up when he saw her. "Rita, it's been so long since we last saw each other." He kissed her hand, and she pointed a finger at me. "He thinks I'm too old to do anything cool anymore." The man looked at me and laughed. "Then you've got another thing coming." He handed her a parachute backpack, and she stepped into it like she'd done it 1,000 times, snapping every buckle without looking. I smiled nervously. Gran, what are we doing?" She tossed a jumpsuit at my chest. "We're going skydiving." My heart started pounding, and I grabbed her arm. "This is insane, Gran. You're 80 years old. Let me drive you home." She shook me off and walked to the plane. I climbed in after her, and I watched the houses become tiny dots in the distance as we shot up 18,000 feet into the sky. She checked my straps for me, calm as anything, while I gripped the bench till my knuckles ached. When we got to the top, the instructor hauled the door open, and freezing wind tore through the cabin. I locked up in the doorway, shaking my head. "I really can't do this." She pulled her goggles down and clipped my strap. "You're young, let me do it for you." She tipped backward out of the plane, arms wide, whooping like a teenager. I dove out after her, and by the time I got near to her, she was way below me, flat and steady, and I woke up on my best friend's couch, and his cat looked me dead in the eyes and said, "Good morning." The room was tilting, and when I tried to remember last night, I couldn't think of anything that had happened. I stumbled into the kitchen, and my best friend William was waiting with a baking pan, one brownie left in it. "Dude, you ate all my brownies last night, the ones from my party." I grabbed the counter to stop myself from falling, because this explained everything. "What kind of brownies, William? What the hell did I eat?" He looked at me for a long second and walked out without saying anything. I splashed cold water on my face and pinched my arm to try and snap myself out of it, but when I looked up, the cat put his paw on my hand. "You should probably sit down, man." I backed out of the kitchen and tore through the apartment for a wrapper, a box, anything that said what was in those brownies. But when I walked into the living room, I saw 3 versions of myself, all smiling and waving at me. "Nice to finally meet you, dude." I shook my head, trying to force myself to see straight, and when I opened my eyes again, the room was empty. "William, where the hell are you, bro?" I heard a noise in the hallway, so I ran out and grabbed him by the shoulders. "Dude, what was in those brownies? Just tell me." Before he could respond, I watched his blue hoodie turn to red, then blue again. So I grabbed my keys and dialed poison control with shaking thumbs. I ate something last night. I don't know what it was, and I'm seeing things. William dove across the room and slapped the phone out of my hand. "Chill. They were regular brownies." He stood over me with both hands up, breathing hard.
Say the bad word,
"You never ate anything bad. I just saw that you ate my entire batch of brownies, so I tricked you into believing that you were tripping out. You're so gullible, dude. He reached behind the couch and pulled out a Bluetooth speaker. The cat never spoke to you. It just seemed that way. He pointed to the corner where there were 3 blow-up balloon versions of myself. I looked at the balloons, then at the cat, then walked back to the kitchen, picked the last brownie out of the pan, and ate it, looking him dead in the eyes. Worth it. I woke up on my best... I was visiting... I woke up on my best friend...
No, we're not gonna start it again.
My uncle had spent 20 years hunting Bigfoot, and the first night I went with him, something barefoot walked through our campsite. At sunrise, we found a print beside the open cooler, almost twice the size of my boot, and pressed deep into the mud with 5 clear toes. 3 sausages were gone, and crushed ferns led uphill. My uncle dropped beside the print with his hands shaking. Do you understand what this means? A branch snapped above us, and something huge moved between the trees. So he grabbed his camera and whispered, "This is the night everyone stops laughing." We followed the tracks until they ended beside a tree with dark hair caught in the bark. And while my uncle sealed it in an evidence bag, something grunted deeper in the woods. That afternoon, we found split firewood stacked beside it. And even though the cuts were too clean for an animal, he insisted Bigfoot had their tools. Then our food vanished. First the sausages, then the marshmallows, then an entire jar.
I like can you stop it? They literally keep pausing the recording thing. Oh my god, why is the video not working? I swear I can't. The video got oh my, the video isn't working for me. We completely forgot to record.
Covering his shoulders, chest, back, and most of his face. He wore hiking shorts, wool socks, and one sandal. "What is wrong with you people?" he yelled, covering himself while my uncle kept taking pictures. Behind him sat a normal campsite with a hammock, coffee pot, folding chair, and paperback face down on a stump. The footprints were his, the hair was his, and the grunting was him. My uncle lowered the camera. "You're not Bigfoot?" The man stared at him. "I'm Gary." He pointed to a sign nailed to a tree. "Private campsite. Please leave Gary alone." The fear drained out of me so fast, I had to bite my cheek to keep from laughing. Gary screwed...